.0.
This is .0. Today I thought I would go through specifically Northmen. This will be more like Vikings, perhaps a little bit of a crossover into barbarians, but we've already done that. Kind of my criteria on this one was going to be that if a miniature had furs on it or something like that that indicated it was from a colder climate, then it was going to make it into this video. Now this won't be too long of a video either, probably about, we have probably about 12 or 15 figures, and like I said, it shouldn't take too long. My goal as always is to go through these pretty quickly so that you're entertained and remember what these look like, but I don't want to spend too much time on either. So let's look close at this guy here. We've got looks like hair braided down the sides and like a 3-part braided beard here in the front. Definitely got furs on him, and looks like he's come from a cold place. And we got fur coming over the back, and then I think that's some kind of a, I don't know, maybe even fur kind of lined like armor maybe or something. I'm not sure, with a really cool spear. Something like that. Now we started off with this guy, so let's get him in here. Kind of looks like he could be some kind of a, I don't know, like a chieftain or a king maybe. Now see, a lot of these are going to have furs and animal heads up over the top of the humans' heads. So you can see all this fur on the back here, and I think this is supposed to be a bear skin thrown over his face. See right here, and here's the bear's head, and there's teeth coming down the sides, and then a really wicked cool axe with all this like a bearskin cape. Now that's a pretty big figure. All these Northmen are going to be really big, kind of like the barbarians. They're kind of really big, far bigger than all the knights. I don't know why that is. I mean, really, human beings should only be to about right here based on most of my miniatures. So these guys are really tall, 6'6", 7 foot even, big guys. So okay, let's move on to this next guy here. He could have easily fit into the barbarians, right? He's got a lot of skin showing. Probably should have been the barbarians, maybe, now that I look at it. I don't know what these are. Some kind of hides with claws hanging down here on him. Club, right? A spear. Yeah, I didn't realize. Look, he's got quite a bit of chest and really muscled up. He probably should have been in the barbarians, but then he's got some kind of odd pants here, which don't really go along with the barbarian theme, so I don't know. The whole goal is to show you, seeing he's got lots of fur on the back, so the whole goal is to show you lots of figures, and if you look at all the videos, you're going to see them all, regardless of how I classified them. Alright, well this guy for sure is going to fit the mold. More of a true Northman. Oh, look, he's kind of got barbarian legs going on too. Like I said, there was going to be some crossovers, so between the two videos, you'll see them all. Axe. Yeah, he's got a fur on his ankles and feet. I guess good for snowshoeing, but then skip the pants. Be a little curious when I guess keep your feet warm, but golly, got to be pretty tough to not cover your legs. Okay. Alright, let's go to, how about this guy? Pretty cool fighter here. Definitely has the fur on him, so that was kind of how he got into this group. You'll see the fur here in the back. Really wicked cool. Spear, you can almost imagine this guy going into a cave, hunting a bear or something like that. In fact, this is some kind of like a wolf head over the top of his helmet. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know who makes it, nor how old it is, but see, here's the armor underneath. Some kind of hide. I'm assuming like it's a wolf. Like I said, you can kind of see the teeth coming over the top. That's a pretty neat piece. Okay, let's go to, how about this one next? Same kind of theme here. Fur coming down over the front. It's got some kind of an animal up over his head. Maybe we can figure it out more as we look over the back. It almost seems like it was almost like that same figure we saw here just a few seconds ago, because of these pants, but a different pose maybe. This axe looks like it's about to break off. Looks really weak there. And like I said, lots of fur coming over the back. Alright, let's go with, how about this guy next? Looks like he's got just a neat sword in hand. Almost looks like a lion maybe over the top. I don't know what that is. Could be anything. Could even be a monkey, as weird as that sounds. I can zoom out. Maybe you can, or a lion. Yeah, it's kind of has that lion look. I don't really know now. I mean, it has teeth. I wouldn't think that'd be a monkey. Neat thing here going on. Couple of different. Oh, this is his leg, and then the sheath here. Let's see if we can zoom in on this guy's head a little bit. I really can't tell what it is. Definitely a neat piece. Okay, well, I'll let it zoom in while I find another one here. How about this guy? Looks like he would have been kind of a North bowman, so probably it was meant to be a unique personality. Looks like made by Ralpartha. Could have easily been in with the barbarians, perhaps, but also kind of doesn't fit the barbarians either. So, in fact, look how cool it is to actually see an arrow. Usually, you don't see a true arrow on these because they're so small. Here's the back side of him. Let's see here. Let's go to another true Norseman here with an animal over the top. Giant axe. Look how big this axe is. I actually have a couple of axes like this. Use them for, well, they're supposed to be used for hafting, right? To like shape logs, like to make a log cabin. Big, heavy axes. They're so hard to swing around. But see, it's kind of hard. Is it a barbarian or is it a Northman? See, here is his chest kind of sticking out. But yet he has furs over the top. And you can kind of see I just split them up. And then an animal over the top again. Teeth up here that we can see right over his face. Look how much of the face we can see on this one. Yeah, it looks really good. Okay, let's spin this over to the back side. Fur all over him. I'm going to let that zoom out for just a second. Or zoom in, I should say. And then let's see if we can figure out what this is on the top here. I just can't tell. My guess is probably most of these are bears. Okay, how about this next one will be... How about this guy? It looks like he'd be kind of a northern king probably or something, but he's got so much fur on his cape that I decided he gets in. It definitely looks like some kind of a king or something here, but way up north. He's got, more armor on. Different kind of design. Like he's even got his, a helmet, but he's got still this fur-lined cape, or I'm sorry, hood to go over the top with the cape. So, all right, he got to be in here. How about this? We got an old school. Like I said, this was going to be more like Viking, Northman kind of thing. This guy looks like he'd be kind of more of a true Viking, but he's also got his legs exposed, kind of like the barbarians. So, they're kind of all the same, in different, more or less. Looks like this axe is starting to bend here. This guy's got a little clear coat on it. That's turned to amber. What do we got here? Small detailed belt buckle, but I can't tell what it is. Okay, I'm going to let that zoom in for you. Kind of a different looking guy here. I don't know, this is probably more like a Mongolian, but that seems like it also kind of fits the theme of being more of a Northman, perhaps. I've had this piece forever. I don't like the base, right, because it's one of those plastic bases, but had this forever, never once used it in a scenario, but I see here, bow in the back and the quiver. A little knife right here. Hopefully you can see all that. Let's do this. Let's go to, how about this big guy? Now this guy's way too big, right? I mean, just looking at him, you can see that he's almost twice the size of what should be for a human. A human talking about my other miniatures, would go up to about right here, not even maybe up to the bottom of his neck, even the top of his shoulders, maybe even just more like mid-chest even. So a really big guy, but this guy would have to be 400 pounds, and sheesh, if not bigger even, 450 or 500 pounds, and 8 feet tall maybe, so probably a little too big, but look how wicked cool that long sword is. That thing is massive. I mean, this is bordering on being obviously like a smaller giant even. And then lots of fur on the cape coming around, the shoulders and stuff. So, what do we got here? We got a shield that has something on it. Oh, maybe just a horse, but it might be a little indication of a unicorn on there. Yeah, that's a pretty neat piece, but a little bit too big in my opinion. How about another northern kind of guy here? Could be barbarian, could be, Vikings, hard to really know, but a bowman. You don't see too many of them, so at least we got one in the group here, right? But seeing he's got all the hide coming down over the back too, with over his gear. Let's see if we can figure out what that head is. I mean, it is a head, but I can't tell what it is specifically. And then how about we got two more? How about let's do we'll do this guy next, and then we'll call it good. This guy almost kind of looks like he'd be a chieftain or a king as well. It's got to be a bear coming over the top here. Oops, but just looking at his face here, it looks like a royal face. Look how much facial hair blended into that. And a big, strong guy. Look how big this guy is. Like an older, world's strongest man kind of guy. But definitely lots of fur and hide on him to stay warm as well. Okay, and then this last one, more of a fighter, but nonetheless has the animal head. Almost looks more like a giant rat or something, as weird as that sounds. With a pole arm. What do we got? We got some kind of symbols right here. Can you see that? I don't know what those are. I guess runes of some kind. Who makes this? Ralpartha. Looks like a little bit of a different metal. Yeah, pretty unique piece, but like I said, it is kind of more like a giant rat, isn't it? Okay, well, how about with this piece, we'll call it good. How about I'll throw one of these back in? How about this guy with the spear? We'll have two of them in here that have spears. And we'll end this video pretty quick here. Like I said, I just wanted to finish out the Northmen. Now we're going to jump into a whole lot of fighters. Paladins, maybe a short one on Rangers, Knights, bad Knights, or, bad evil warriors, that kind of thing, or evil heroes. Tons of fighters to go through. We have a long ways to go. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this. Be safe until next time.